Yo guys, what's up, it's Crips and welcome to another Destiny 2 fashion video. So today I'm showing you some more armament shaders you can use on the new Guardian Games Titan set. Now I've also made a video like this for the Hunter and Warlock, which I'll leave in the description. And I've also made a video on all three of the sets on whether you should or shouldn't buy them. Now this will be a continuation of that video, but for the Titan set. So yeah, I will have the video split into segments. I'll have 3 sets which I'll be showing, just to show you all how you can use it in a set. And then some other armor recommendations and some of my favorite shaders on it. So this is my first set I made for the Titan. Now I want to make like a big kind of bulky icy set with it. I actually made something like this for a previous Titan fashion, and this is sort of like an updated version of that. Now as for the armor, the helmet and the mark use the new Guardian Games ornament. The arms use the Icefall mantle exotic from Legend of Master Lost sectors, and then the chest and boots both use the Crystocrene pieces, which is from variks quests. And then the shader which goes over the whole set is Resilient Laurel, which is sold in the Brighter store during the Dawning event. Now I do have an alternative for those of you which don't have this shader. So this alternative here is Rivalry Resolute. Now this shader is currently dropping from turning in medallions, so I would recommend participating in the Guardian Games and getting the shader before it is gone. But yeah, I think it flows very nicely together, matches very well with the No Time to Explain with the icy ornament, and I think the helmet and the mark are just a perfect fit for this set. Now the shell I'm using is the Knight's Peace shell, which is from the Trials of 9 in Year 1. Now this is no longer obtainable. And as for Sparrow, something I've used quite often is the Blacklight Razor, which is sold in the Brighter store during the Solstice of Heroes event. And I just think the Sparrow and the Ghost Shell, I don't think there's anything that pairs better with what I've tried to create here. So yeah, I do hope this first set helps you out in like making your own sets for this. And yeah, it's time to move on to the second set. So this is my second set for the Titan. I still want to go with something quite minimal. So as for the armor, I went with the Iron Will Helm from Iron Banner last season. The arms and boots used the new Guardian Games ornament. The chest plate used the Armamentarium exotic from World Drops, and the mark uses the Lux mark from the Eververse archive. Now the shader goes over the whole set is Carbon Blood, which can sometimes be sold in the Brighter store. But I think this gives off like a really nice dark and red look. It flows very nicely together, all the colours, and I think this is a great example of what you can create, like even just with the arms and boots. You don't need like the helmet or the flashy mark. You go with something quite minimal like this and it can still look really nice. I want to show monochromatic as well. I think this also looks really good on this set, and this can drop from eververse engrams. The only reason why I don't like this so much is because of the texture on the legs here. It's a bit much. If it was like smoothed out, then I think it'd look a lot better. But yeah, this is a nice alternative if you have it. Now the ghost shell I use with this is the hard link shell. This is pretty much my favourite red ghost shell in any like of my red sets. And then the sparrow I used here is the fire crest. Now this was from last season. Like I wanted to use the tilt fuse, as you can see here, but the green hologram doesn't change colour. So that's a bit unfortunate, as I think this will look really nice with the set as well. But yeah, it's time to move on to the third set, and don't forget to let me know what you think of the sets in the comments below. So for my final set, as you can see here, I really wanted to use something that uses the Dune matches, as I know a lot of you will use these in PvP or even PvE. Now I went with an all purple set, but we'll show an alternative you can use in a second. Now the helmet and mark both use the new Guardian Games ornament. The arms use the Legacy Oath pieces from the Deepstone Crypto raid. The chest plate is the Celestial ornament from this season's Eververse. Now I have made a video on this set on the channel. And then as for the boots, I'm using the Dune matches with the Hip Wilder ornament, and this ornament pretty much gives it the little glow lines. And then the shader that goes over the whole set is Biggies and Knight, which is from Forges and is no longer obtainable. Now this set also works without the Hip Wilder ornament, as you can see here. There's like no issue at all, except it does get rid of a bit of the glow, although even if you don't have it, I think it still works quite well. Now the alternative I do like is Carbon Blood, although there is only one issue I find with this, and that's the holograms on the arms. The rest of the colours here flow amazingly well together. It's just, as you can see, there's a purple hologram. Now other shaders you could use is Reef Made, which drops from bright engrams and can sometimes be sold in the Brighter store. And then there's Wielded Brass, which I slightly prefer more, and this also can be sold in the Brighter store. But yeah, as for the ghost shell, I'm using the Shadow of Earth shell, which was from the Menagerie and is no longer obtainable. And then the sparrow, I'm using the Any Other Sky Sparrow, which is I'm purchasing a special edition of Beyond Light. So yeah, that's pretty much the whole set. I would say Begizan definitely looks best out of all the ones I've shown. But yeah, I hope these sets help give you all some inspiration in what to use in your own sets when using these ornaments. Don't forget to let me know in the comments below what you think of them. So as you can see here, we have the Iron Will arms and helmet. Now the Iron Will pieces work really well with guarding games, specifically just the arms and helmet though, as the straps are quite minimal on the arms compared to the legs. Now on the mark here, as you can see, we have the Lux. I think this is probably one of the best ones for creating like a quite minimal look as well, so I would recommend the Lux set as well if you do have it. Now I've quickly just chucked on the guarding games pieces to show you the Synthoceps with the Siva ornament. As you can see with Carbon Blood, it works really well together. I just want to show you all that if you do have this ornament, this set doesn't look too bad with it. And then some other good pieces would be the Celestial set here. I'm using the Guiding Games ornament on the mark and the helmet here. The rest is Celestial from this season's Eververse set, and this doesn't look too bad at all. I don't like the boots too much compared to the rest of the pieces, but the chest and arms, specifically the chest plate, you definitely want to try and get, as it does mix sets well together, like you've seen with my Begizan Knight set. But yeah, I just quickly want to show you all one final set with the Amethyst Veil. As you can see, this set is like extremely versatile with the helmet and the mark. So with like other pieces, like here we have the Virtuous pieces with the Deep Stone. There's so many other armor pieces I can show you because, like I said, the Guardian Games helmet and the mark for the Titan is so versatile. Even if you don't like the chestplate, arms and boots, I'd say it's still worth it. And like I showed you on the second set, you could still make those pieces work in a fashion set. So now moving on to the shaders, I would recommend you check out these sets video I made on all three of the Guardian Games sets, as I will not be showing the same shaders again. I will be showing different ones that I really like, and all these shaders will also be in the description. So anyways, here's the first one with Valkyrie Zero. I really like mainly the helmet on this. If you do want to like try and blend with a dark red set, you can. And it has a nice purple visor, which is quite different to the mark, which has a blue. And this came from the Season and Worthy seasonal quest. The next one is Gambit Jadestone. I know a lot of you would want to have seen this, so I've showed it here. The mark glows like crazy, not so much on the visor, and then obviously because there's no other glow pieces on the armor, it doesn't really do much at all. And this is no longer obtainable as it was from the Season of Dawn Gambit Pursuit. Now the next one's Raspberry, something I really like. You can make a nice, like, possibly match this with 44 steel and have a nice gold glow going throughout. It just has some really nice colours, and this can sometimes be sold in the Bright Dust store. Now oiled algae is sold in the Bright Dust store during the Solstice of Heroes. I just generally just like the whole like different blended colours, a bit of a shine to it, and I do like the colour of the glow as well on this. Now Crucible Red Jack is nice white and red, which was out during the Season of Opulence from the Crucible, so this is no longer obtainable but has some really nice colours. You can pretty much find a lot of like nice white and reds, but I just really like the darker red this gives off. Now the next one is Calluses Treasured, which is from the Prestige Leviathan, which is no longer obtainable. Off some nice different golds. Overall just a really clean shader. Now we have Cryptic Legacy, which is from completing the Deepstone Crypt raid flawlessly. A really nice blue, a very nice cyan glow here that I really like on the mark as well. Now Cryptic Insignia is a bit of an easier version to get, with you just needing to open both of these secret chests on the Deepstone Crypt raid. Now this one doesn't look as good, but obviously is more accessible to players. Of War Weary, which offers a nice white and orange, and this is from the Salvage's Salvo Vanguard quest upon completing it. Then we have New Age Black Armory, which is a nice red and black, and this is from Forges, which is no longer obtainable. Then we have Refurbished, which is also from Forges, and this has a bit of a different texture with some nice dark and red. Satu Tribe is another one which is no longer obtainable, and this was also from Forges, and this offers a nice blue, and if you look up close it has some nice wave pattern in here, a bit like the New Age. And we have Envious Touch with some nice different patternings here, and this was from the Seasonal Arrivals public event, but this is no longer obtainable. I just really like this texture here with like the different colours coming through with the patterning. Then there's Gold Leaf, which is from the Menagerie, and this is quite nice as well, but this is no longer obtainable. Then we have Jacarino, which is sometimes sold in the Brighter store, and offers a nice white, black and a bit of a blue. Then we have Warbrick, which I quite like as a silver with some red accents going across, and this is from eververse engrams and can sometimes be sold in the Brighter store. And then finally we have Wielded Brass, which I really like on the mark and the helmet. If you want like a nice dark purple, this can also work really well with the Doomfang Pauldron exotic, and this can also drop from eververse engrams. But yeah guys, that's pretty much the video. Please comment down below any armor shaders you will find that work really well this set. But yeah, if this did help you out, please drop a like and consider subscribing, as I'll be making more content like this on the channel. Stay safe, and I'll see you in the next video.